Good evening, and welcome to another episode of my show, Around New Britain with Mayor Stewart, a show that updates you on the issues facing the city of New Britain. A big thank you to Nutmeg Television for the opportunity and assistance in providing the public with this show. I will also be posting them on YouTube so you can watch them at any time that's convenient for you. I made a commitment to the residents when I was elected in November of 2013 to make government more transparent and accessible to the people that we serve. This show is just another step in opening government to everyone in our community. I want you to know that my office is always open to you. While we may not be able to solve every problem, we'll certainly point you in the right direction. You can contact me at any time by email, phone, through Twitter, Facebook, the city website, the list goes on, and even in person once a month through my monthly open office hours. If you look on the bottom of your screen periodically through the show, you'll see my handles on how to get in touch with me. My next open office hours will be Monday, June 16th, starting at 6 p.m. in the mayor's office at City Hall, that's at 27 West Main Street. This show aims to highlight the many programs, people, and events going on in our New Britain community. Our guests range from department heads to community organizers to even former mayors. I'm looking to provide you with useful information that's truly relevant to your everyday lives as hardworking taxpayers in a community that's truly making a comeback. So we'll start this evening with my first segment, which we like to call What's Happening in City Hall. So, if you watched the last episode of the show, you are familiar with the new help desk that we have at City Hall that is being staffed by the Retired and Senior Volunteer Program. And they are currently looking for a few more volunteers, I think, to staff the desk. The program runs on the main floor of City Hall in the mornings from 9 a.m. to noon, and then in the afternoon from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. You can contact my office if you're interested in volunteering. We would certainly welcome you. Our council meetings are the second and fourth Wednesday of the month. So this month they'll be on June 11th and June 25th, 7 p.m. It starts in the council chamber on the second floor. That will be for public participation. So you can talk about anything that's on the agenda for that evening, or you can talk about anything that's on your mind. The meeting begins at 7:30 promptly. I say promptly, but usually it doesn't start until later. I do want to talk about an award that the city did receive. We have been awarded a 2014 Connecticut Main Street Award of Excellence for Use of Public Space. That's a very prestigious award. It was a partnership between the city and many other groups like our New Britain Downtown District, and under the leadership of our Public Works Director, Mark Moriarty, these groups worked as a team to produce a wonderful plan for the future look of our downtown. And we were chosen as a award recipient. We're so pleased and honored to be receiving this award in June. We'll be attending a dinner and hopefully we'll be able to put our plans on display on the city website for everybody to see the great work that we were able to do with transforming our downtown look. An update on commission meetings, the Parks and Recreation Commission, which is always held the second Thursday of the month. Coming in June, it'll be June 12th at 6 p.m. in room 305. The Commission on Community and Neighborhood Development will meet on June 12th as well at 6 p.m. in room 201. Our Zoning Board of Appeals will be the third Thursday of the month. That'd be June 19th at 6 p.m. in room 201. Also, the Humane Commission, which will have a new name by then, it will be called the New Britain Commission on Animal Welfare, right? The New Britain Commission on Animal Welfare will meet on June 17th at 6 p.m. in room 305. An update on some public works projects that we have going on. We mentioned this last time. I felt the need to mention it again because they're very exciting for our transformation of our city. The streetscape enhancement work on the area of Main Street down by Capitol Lunch and by New Bright Plaza is continuing, so please be mindful in case you run into any traffic concerns or any issues on that stop sign right in front of Taco Bell there. Please be patient. We're redoing all of the sidewalks for a better streetscape. The next phase of Broad Street reconstruction is also in the works. We are currently in the process of looking for a contractor. If many of you remember, this project's been going on since the mid-90s, I want to say. We're finally on the last leg of that, so the process will be continuing with planning and searching for a contractor to be able to get that final phase complete. Also, I'd like to bring attention to the continued changes in downtown, specifically with note of the Central Park area. During that downtown streetscape project that we're doing, if you do drive by downtown, you'll notice that we've started with removing some of the benches from Central Park. We've also started trimming down some of the shrubs and also cutting some of the trees, trimming them up. It's certainly making for a more welcoming feel for Central Park and a safer environment. Coming from City Hall, again, I'll mention my open office hours will be June 16th at 6 p.m. We'll have them in my office this time. You can start registering for signups as early as 5 p.m. We'll be there if you don't mind waiting, but we will be there until the very last person is seen. Our council deadline is June 8th for recommendations on the budget. So what that means is in April, I proposed my budget. The council now has it in their hands. They have until June 8th to make recommended changes to me and put forth their recommendations. Once that occurs, then we have a short time window to come to compromises on it all before the final mill rate is set. And on that note, with the mill rate being set, some tips from our tax collector, Cheryl Boguslawski, who she wanted me to mention on this show. She wanted to note that tax bills will be going out on properties July 1, and to please be mindful that regardless of getting a bill or not, your taxes are due. Bills are due by August 1st without penalty, and if you are so inclined to do so, there's a 24-hour drop box for non-cash payments located in front of City Hall, right in front of the front doors on 27 West Main Street. That is all I have for this segment, What's Happening in City Hall. And now I would like to introduce my guests for this evening. With spring and summer in the air and right around the corner, I thought it fitting at this time to have our Parks and Recreation staff with me to discuss the plans they have coming up for the many summer programs that we offer, and to also talk about the first annual Rose Garden Festival, which is coming up on June 14th. So let me turn the cameras and introduce you to Parks and Recreation Department Head Bill DeMaio and Superintendent of Recreation Erik Barbieri. Also joining us this evening is Isaac. If you see him down there in the corner. Hi, Isaac.
He's the Fidelco dog.
He is not part of the Commission on Animal Welfare.
Or cares a great deal about it.
So Bill and Erik, thank you so much for being with me this evening and talk about the many great programs that we have to offer. As for the festival, I think I'll start with Erik, and I think we can talk a little bit about Camp Tolderek, which so many people take advantage of, and all the different summer programs that we offer. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, thank you so much for having us on.
It's Erik's birthday, by the way, so happy
Yeah,
birthday.
happy birthday. Thank you very much. Well, we're thrilled to be here, and thank you. Under your leadership and Bill's leadership, the Parks and Recreation Department is doing a fantastic job of offering to the city and the parents things to do for the kids during the summer, and people of all ages, really. But like you said, with summer in the air, summer camp is what people think about, and we have several fantastic offerings during the summer for all ages. We have camps from preschool to 1st through 5th grade, and then middle school as well. Our Camp Tolderek, which is our biggest camp, and lots of fun. They sell out every year, 200 people at each camp. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I'm a graduate of Camp Tolderek.
He's a product of Camp Tolderek.
That's right. That's awesome. So our 1st and 2nd grade camp is at A.W. Stanley, and our 3rd through 5th is at Willowbrook Park. Two great parks that have fantastic aquatic facilities, so the kids get to take advantage of all the swimming and the swim lessons, as well as just being in a beautiful setting.
Right.
The ball fields and the games and the picnic tables and the playgrounds, it's just a fantastic environment for the kids to be in during the summer. In addition, we have our middle school, LIT, Leadership and Training, which is a fantastic program. Have to fill out an application, go through the interview process. It's a little bit more involved, and our staff does a great job of really helping in the areas of service learning and getting involved in the community, in addition to having fun and doing the summer things as well. We also have our camp for our preschoolers, 3 through 6 years old, and that's at AW as well from 9 to 1, a little bit less of a day for the young ones,
Sure.
giving them what they can handle. But they also have a ton of fun doing arts and crafts and the water features and all that kind of stuff as well. So the camps will be in full effect. We highly recommend everyone register as soon as possible. They do fill up quickly, without question. You can go to our website at mbparksandrec.org is the best way to register, or you can come into City Hall Monday through Friday. We are 8:15 to 3:45 to register in office.
But it's much easier to register online, right?
Online. Online's a way to go.
That's right.
You
Much
get your receipt
easier.
right there, and
Yep.
you're ready to go.
And also, I should mention that at City Hall and around different places in the community, you will find the Parks and Recreation guidebook. This in it offers all of the programs and prices, and also has registration in it as well for all of the programs that we offer.
Yep. And if they need one, that whole thing is online at the mbparksandrec.org, or if they call the office, we can get one mailed to them. But everything you want to know that's going on in the city with Parks and Rec this summer is in there. Make sure you get one of those and check out all the programs for sure.
Awesome, awesome. How many kids do you think you serve?
Oh, wow. Throughout the whole set, we have 250 at each camp, so that's 500. The LIT is another 100, and we have multiple at all. We have all kinds of different sports camps
Yeah.
and theater camps. We have downtown
Downtown
players, which is another whole different camp, which is, I know Bill was going to talk about it as well, but it's
Okay.
it's a theater. It's
Little
more
Mermaid.
theater,
Little Mermaid.
theater directed thing, but that also has like another over 100. So we're talking about close to 1,000 kids by the time we're all done and said. And that doesn't mention all the probably 50,000 visits we have at the pools and everything else. So we are serving tens of thousands of people during the summer, which is great.
Now, speaking of the pools, we also offer swimming lessons for our little ones. Bill, would you like to talk about that?
Yeah, the swimming lesson program is extensive, and the Parks and Rec staff is so on top of their game in regards to bleeding for the city, and they do such a great job. But swim lessons start at 6 months old, where we get the parents in the pool with their 6-month-old, and then our lifeguards teach the parents how to teach their kids how to swim. So it's very important, and that's near to my heart, because just recently this weekend, over the Memorial Day weekend, someone drowned in a canoe, not in our city or anything, but in the state of Connecticut, and the person didn't know how to swim. And I think it's just so important for parents to get their kids to get these swim lessons, and it's a life skill that you should really know how to do to be able to just save your life. And we have hundreds and hundreds of swim lessons. They go 9 to 9:45, 9:45 to 10:30, 10:30 to 11:15, 11:15 to 12 at both Willowbrook and AW. And there's 6-month-old, and there's 3 to 5s, and then there's the Red Cross lesson plan, different levels.
That's great.
They're 40 minutes each, and they're economical. They're two weeks long, and three. We have three 2-week sessions,
Yep.
and Monday through Friday. So it's something really nice to do, and I think that's important. And then we have recreational swim from 1 to 4:45, and then family swim from 6:15 to 8. So for $50, only $50, a family can buy a pool pass, and can come and go all summer long, 7 days a week, 80 hours a week, and for 8 weeks, and just enjoy the pools and cool off and take advantage of those kinds of things.
That's great.
At Willowbrook, I wanted to mention, Mary, I'm sorry
Yeah.
for interrupting. We're showing the movie Frozen is the big deal. you know?
That's a big one.
Right, so we're doing Flick and Float at Willowbrook, where you get tubes, you come in at night, we put up a big screen at the end of the pool, they float in the water and watch the movie Frozen, and then we have concessions and stuff. So
That's
it's going to be
great.
a ton of fun for people.
That's great. That's great. Now, I want to switch gears very quickly and talk about the Rose Garden Festival, which is also sponsored by New Britain Parks and Recreation Department in partnership with the Chamber of Commerce, as well as many other local businesses. This is something new this year. It's never been done before.
Right.
It's the first annual Rose
Yeah.
Garden Festival at Walnut Hill Park. We're very excited about it, and I want to thank you guys for the hard work that you've been doing to make it happen and make it all come together. It's coming up. It's on June 14th. You can get your tickets online. You can buy them at City Hall. You can show up that night. It's going to be a really great evening, but I want you to talk about what the festival will have.
Well, it's going to be a giant party, and people, I think if you miss out on this one, you're missing out on what New Britain's all about. Because if you're anybody, they're going to be there. We're hoping thousands of people show up. We've got Ashley from the Windstone Tavern at Stanley Golf Course
Yep.
will be serving food, and also at the bartending services. We've got 2 big bands, Shaded Soul and Sold Out
Soul Sound Review.
Soul Sound Review, thank
Cool.
you, which play at Mohegan Sun and things like that. We're going to have special lighting. We've got bar tables rented. We're going to have a taste of New Britain, where there's going to be about 8 or 9 restaurants from New Britain, and you can go around, and the cost is only $5 to get in. but then you can buy your own food, have dinner there. If you're the first 100 people, you get a free complimentary drink for the bar. You get free raffle tickets, so there's going to be all kinds of giveaways. We want everyone there at 5 o'clock real soon. It goes 5 to 10, Saturday, June 14th at the Rose Garden. And as many of you know, Kate McHugh and her volunteer group, Friends of Walnut Hill Rose Garden, planted over 1,000 roses. And, you know, June 14th, they're going to be in bloom, and it's going to be spectacular. We've got a variety of colors, and it's just going to be beautiful, beautiful sight up there.
It is beautiful. I mean, it's wonderful to see the Rose Garden back in full bloom, as I can only hear stories of what it used to look like, you know, so to actually see it now, it is absolutely gorgeous. And even if you're not going up, you know, want to come up for the festival, still just go up there and take a walk around and see what the Rose Garden has to offer. It's just a beautiful place to be in New Britain. But we're excited because we have partnerships with all these local restaurants. A taste of New Britain, I think, will be a good asset to have.
And we should mention our sponsors, Stanley,
Stanley Black & Decker,
Black & Decker, Liberty Bank, Shaler Auto World,
Hospital for Special Care,
Essex Financial, and
Admiral Machine.
Yep.
That's great. That's great.
And DECO will be providing free transportation.
Right, we just found that out today. So people are starting to jump on board, and I think that's the way the community is around in New Britain. Everybody gets involved.
So when you go to the park that evening, so will you have parking on by the Shell, and you'll shuttle people up, or where should people park?
Yep, we'll have our park staff directing people as if they park for the band concerts on Monday and Wednesday nights in the summer. They'll park behind the Shell, and then the DATCO buses will pick you up, bring you 2 minutes up the road to the Rose Garden, drop you off. Handicap parking will be available up at the top in the parking lot of the Rose Garden. And we'll have shuttle buses going on from 5 to 10 all night, so it'll be come and go, and it'll be secure and safe and fun.
I have to tell you, there's all kinds of excitement around this thing. It's really taking on a life of its own in working with the chamber. We have people who are they're calling and asking about it. When we brought up the whole taste of idea, businesses were jumping on board. Restaurants love the idea.
That's great.
So everyone's excited about this thing. And like you were saying, if you haven't been up there to the Rose, I mean, regardless of the party, it's drop dead gorgeous. So we're hoping for a beautiful Saturday evening in June with the sun out, with no rain. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen.
We'll cross our fingers.
With two fantastic bands and food, and we're saying come dine, dance, and drink among the roses. This is the flyer here that's going out right now. It has our sponsors on it and things like that. But if you're around on that date, you want to make sure you have this ticket, and you can also get those tickets at nbparksandrec.org as well, and they're $5 a piece. $7 the night of. So get them in advance.
Yes.
Get your tickets now.
It helps us if they sign up in advance. It'll help us for the food count, and it'll help us for drinks, all that kind of stuff. So we're encouraging people to get a ticket early.
This is awesome. I'm so excited about everything that the Parks and Recreation Department has to offer. I want to thank you guys for the hard work that you do. There's a couple other events that I think we may want to mention briefly.
Sure.
And that would be the Great American Boom coming up on July 4th, Stanley Quarter Park. Everybody knows, everybody goes. Everybody goes. So we'll encourage everybody to come out, of course, starting at 5 p.m., I believe.
With all the fun, all the inflatables and rides and things like that, and all the food booths will be there so they can have dinner at the Great American Boom.
And watch the best fireworks show in all of Connecticut.
That's right.
That right.
Nobody can shoot bigger fireworks than us because we have the space at Stanley Quarter Park. So,
absolutely.
We're psyched about that. Also, we have the summer band concerts. So we got to thank Darius Miller for giving us a trust fund, and we went in front of the bankers, and they gave us $250,000, and we renovated the band shell, Darius Miller Band Shell, and we'll have free concerts due to your success and your leadership every Monday and Wednesday night from 7 to 9. All varieties, all genres of music.
Awesome.
And it's a great place to hang out. You go to Walnut Hill Park and just enjoy the outdoors and listen to beautiful music.
That's
in
fantastic.
a great setting.
Very exciting. Before we are out of time this evening, I would like to talk about just a couple other events that we've got going on in the city in the month of June, aside from everything that's going on at Parks and Rec. On Friday, June 7th, St. Thomas Aquinas is having an all-class reunion. That's at Falcon Field beginning at 2 p.m. Of course, the Rose Garden Festival will be next the following Saturday on June 14th. That's from 5 to 10 p.m. That day as well, on Saturday, June 14th, the Klingberg School is having their Vintage Motor Car Festival. It's actually really cool. I don't know if you've ever been, but I would encourage everybody to head up there. It's a sight to see. That starts at 9:30 a.m. and goes until 3 p.m. up at the top of the hill at Klingberg. That's at the top of Linwood Street, right?
And there's
Yes.
parking at Willowbrook parking lot.
Yep, parking at Willowbrook
free
parking
shuttle,
lot,
yep.
and they'll shuttle you on up to there as well. Thursday, June 19th through Sunday. Thursday the 19th, Friday the 20th, Saturday the 21st, and the St. John Paul II School and Holy Cross Church will present its 60th annual carnival and bazaar. That's always fun. It's a fun place to bring the family. The Thursday and Friday, the gates open from 6 p.m. until 10 p.m. and Saturday from 4 until 10 p.m. The New Britain Elks Lodge 957 is also hosting a charity golf tournament. That's on Friday, June 20th, shotgun tournament at 11 a.m. at Stanley Golf Course. You can visit the lodge if you're interested in buying tickets. On Saturday, June 21st at New Britain Museum of American Art, we will have an event for Juneteenth, sponsored by OIC of New Britain. It's the 14th anniversary. It will be a night of comedy and music starting at 8 p.m. until midnight. New Britain High School's graduation will be Friday, June 27th. Graduation this year will not be at Veterans Memorial Stadium due to construction. We're putting in a new turf field, so graduation will be at Rock Hat Stadium, and that is starting Friday, June 27th at 10 a.m. And also a reminder, if you're looking for something fun to do with your family over the summer, check out rockhats.com and take your kids to a Rock Hats game. So I want to thank Erik and Bill for coming on again. Erik for
pleasure.
spending his
Thanks for having us.
birthday
Yeah.
with me. I wouldn't have it any other way.
I'm begging to do this.
But I want to thank you guys so much for coming, and on behalf of the city, thank you for what you do for us and making people excited and have lots of fun things to do for the city with their families and friends. New Britain truly is the place to be, and I'm certainly happy to be highlighting that one episode of this show at a time.
Great, thank you very
So
much.
I want to thank everybody for watching again, and I want to direct you to the bottom of the screen to check out my office number, email, website, however you want to get in contact with us. There are certainly many ways to do so, and I hope to see you all back next month for another edition of Around New Britain with Mayor Stewart. Thank you.